Hello, everyone. My name is Lyudmila Pogorelova. As a director of the Shevchenko Museum, I have the pleasure of welcoming you to this evening's Shevchenko Museum talks. And I would like to thank the Aldrich Foundation for sponsoring this presentation. Today, we are pleased to have you join us for a talk on ROZKOLYADA, Ukrainian folk traditions for parting with winter, presented by Marichka Marczyk. A graduate of Kyiv National Music Academy of Ukraine, Marichka Marczyk is an ethnomusicologist, folklorist, vocalist, and musician. In addition to performing with Lemon Bucket Orkestra and the band Balaklava Blues, she is a co-director of the award-winning folk opera Counting Sheep. She is also the creator of Folk Songs of Ukraine, a unique online encyclopedia of rare audio recordings collected over half a century by folklorists in Ukrainian villages. For time immemorial, Ukrainians have celebrated the changing of seasons through ancient folk practices, storytelling, singing, and dancing. As the season wanes, it is imperative to honor and celebrate it, acknowledge its parting, and bless and welcome the incoming one. As seasonal transitions are not entirely without challenge, and knowing that the future is uncertain, the folk devised rituals for appeasing the natural elements and smoothing the way. Today, we are fortunate to have the opportunity to hear Marichka Marczyk, who will take us on a magical journey, sharing little-known facts about Ukrainian folk traditions for parting with winter. If you have questions, please put them in the Q&A, and they will be answered after the talk.
Thank you, Lyudmila, for introducing me. Thank you, Shevchenko Museum, and all supporters who support this presentation, this workshop. I'm always happy to share my knowledges and skills to live all around the world. I will speak English today, so just for make sure that everybody understands me. If I don't know, like some words, I will ask Lyudmila to help me with translation. And I'm ready to start right now. So I'm preparing like one workshop for a season, and today I'm combining like two workshops. One what I presented this winter about unknown facts about unknown facts of winter traditions, and I'm talking also about parting with winter. So that this is a kind of like two workshops in one. And of course, because we traditionally still allowed to sing carol songs and other genre of winter songs, literally until February 15, we can still learn, we can still sing this winter song. So we will do it like I think it will be like last time we learning and singing carol songs. So this is my favorite part of a workshop. So we will sing along. It will be sing along part. I will show you original recordings. And then I will sing, and you, like with the mute microphones, can like sing with me. This is just to enjoy yourself at home, and hopefully one time we will sing together, probably in Shevchenko Museum in a workshop or like somewhere around. So I will share my screen now. So ROZKOLYADA, it's such an interesting word, and I think even 10 years ago, like as an ethnomusicologist, I didn't even use this word because it wasn't very common tradition in Ukraine. But maybe specifically for me, like born and raised in the capital of Ukraine, in Kyiv. So ROZKOLYADA, this is their word, means parting with winter. It's a special time. It's not particular the day, but this is a time at the end of the winter, when people traditionally say goodbye to winter, which is winter means not literally only the winter, but also all things that like happen during the year, bad and good. So like the all bad things like the bad luck happened during the year has to be like burned, or like people usually in a different ways just like throwing it out, like burn, or just like swipe it from the houses. And also this is a time, ROZKOLYADA, when people just very, very thankful and grateful for the all good things happen like during the year before the new year start with the new sun, with the spring. So like New Year traditionally starts not on January 1st, like we now celebrate a New Year, but that also it's like I mean Eastern Europeans, but also it starts with like turning to the new sun and on springtime. So this is a time when we very has to be grateful to each other, to all these good things happen during the year, and all these good things has to come to the next year. So this is special celebration, including usually parades and people gathering together. This is like community, not only family celebration, but a celebration with the community. In Ukraine, this is like in a village, different part of the villages called kutki, different corners of the village, like coming together and like singing carol songs together, and doing sometimes like a parades, looks like Malanka celebration, exactly, and then like burning like different things. That this means like all bad things has to be burned, including actually all of you probably knows like making ziduhi for Christmas time and making the pavuki. So this is a perfect time, exact time when these things has to be burned, no matter how beautiful it looks like. But of course, you traditionally you have to make it every single year, ziduhi and pavuki. But this is a time when it has to be burned. So I will find. I will find pictures for how it's now celebrating, people celebrating ROZKOLYADA. So in Lviv, it's very now popular tradition to do like ROZKOLYADA, all musicians, artists doing it in the theaters, doing the big shows and even festivals all around Ukraine, but especially in western part of Ukraine. So here in this picture, you can see ROZKOLYADA big celebration in Opera House in Lviv. So you can imagine like all this like how big this tradition and how alive this tradition in in Western Ukraine. And here you see a picture like in Kyiv, in different part of Ukraine, like exactly how I told you, like in this time, in the ROZKOLYADA time, you should burn diduhi, and you can see a woman from a museum of Ivan Honchar in Kyiv, like exactly doing these things. I didn't do it yet, but I plan to do it with my kids just to keep tradition. Probably this upcoming weekend, I will burn my beautiful diduch they made this year. And here you can see that Hutzul man exactly singing carol songs for a last time, not only carol song but also like Shidrivki, Malanki. This is exactly from ROZKOLYADA time. Yeah, as I told you, this is that looks very similar to Malanka celebration. And because we're talking all about winter traditions, I would love to show you very interesting images, like how in Western Ukraine, particularly in the Bukovina region, this tradition is very alive, very popular, and every single year from all around the world, from all tourists coming to these villages, what I will tell you to celebrate Malanka, which is exactly like at the end of the winter, people celebrating, doing parades, and this is exactly have the same meaning as a ROZKOLYADA partying with winter. So what usually people do? Why they put in this very weird clothes and the costume? What it means? So you can see in Bukovina, very popular tradition to make a huge costume made by oat collected during the whole year. It's like huge amount to make this huge costume called vedmid, called the bear. And every single year, these costumes becoming bigger and bigger, which is kind of grotesque now, because probably a long time ago it wasn't that big, but now it's just growing. And it's kind of competition from different part of the, like between villages, between different part of the villages, how big and huge this costume can be. So these costumes, I'll show you, I will show you picture, and then we will watch some video about the celebration. These costumes, called vedmid, has like two different looks. Like one of them with this like huge wings, and one of them just like how to say kopytya sina. Ludочка, you can help.
It's hay. It's from hay.
Yeah, it's just like a big hay. And what it actually means, I don't really know, but also like I know all this because it's only male tradition, only unmarried man can be in this costume, can be vedmid, and it goes all the way back, like probably hundreds, maybe thousands years ago. This period of time, we have to say goodbye to all our ancestors' souls coming in the Christmas time to us, just to wish all the best for the next year. And to meet these souls actually, and to part in them to their mortal world, you can be yourself. So you can to change your voice. It's why we singing a song, traditional songs, using not our the usual voice that we're talking with, but we're using this open voice, traditional folk voice, exactly for this purpose, to connect with the mortal world. So we're singing special songs, being not yourself, like it, you will see later. So usually people who doing this celebration, they cover on face with the like black wax that you can be recognizable. So this tradition has a very, very like deep meaning to meet ancestors and to say them thank you and goodbye, and to partner them to their world. So it's why they usually I got a lot of questions about like why they look so weird, why they're wearing this weird costumes. And the costumes made not only from the oak hay, but also from the like wool, from wool skin. And you can see, like I will show you a picture, like different. It's a huge celebration that I've never actually been, and it's my dream next plan probably for the future years to come exactly for the ROZKOLYADA or like Malanka time, just to see all these parades. And because all characters on this celebration, this is I show you now like Malanka celebration. It's usually a community groups like living at this time in at the villages, which is not only community, like a social groups, which is like Baba and Dido, then like Tsigan and Tsiganka, or who else? It will be like Koza, and now it's transformed into like different characters coming every single year appear. So for example, it can be like policeman, or like you can see you can see another character here familiar, or like it's become bigger and way more different. That is just Baba, Dido, Tsigan and Tsiganka. So for example, see, you can see like a Baba Dido with a special mask. I will show you later how like it showed the video about the man who like actually making this mask. It's very interesting process, and he explaining how he do that and why he doing that and why he doesn't want to be a bear anymore because he's already married. And yeah, usually it's a male tradition, and in all these characters it's usually a male, not female. Female was allowed be only, I think, like in a gypsy costume or the chroma costume on this carnival. So this is still traditionally to be like a male tradition to wear like a different costume to be different characters. So you can see this amazing picture what I use from a Ukrainian, I don't know how to pronounce it well, amazing website that telling about different traditions all around Ukraine. So you can see this different characters in the masks. It looks absolutely amazing, absolutely fantastic how they spend so much time to make this costume. And speaking about this bear costumes, not this particular, but this made by oat hail. It usually weighs 30 or 40 kilograms, and you should wear it all night. Can you imagine like wearing 30, 40 kilograms all the time? And you have to be strong for sure. And these young boys who usually wearing these costumes, they even can't handle it. So they lie down right with this huge wings in the middle of the road, and they can't stand up without somebody's help. And so it's very heavy costumes. So I will show you a Malanka celebration in Krasnoyarsk, which is like Bukovina region. This is a border with Romania. So it's a mix of Ukrainian, Romanian tradition. They're usually using different languages with everybody knows in this particular region. So let's watch it. So you can see, you can feel the vibe of all these things. We can watch, I can watch it forever, of course, and like I can imagine a whole night of this kind of craziness, but this is tradition. and people allowed to be crazy this time, because you have to scare all like bad soul. You have to like scare and push them from their villages to be ready for як сказати, Великий пост, Люда, поможи.
Great Lent.
Yes, so you should be ready like to be introspective and think about like to speak with your soul and with the God, but like before that you're allowed to do all these things, and then like I think it's a smart, you can express yourself in a different way, and they can make sure your soul is clean, you're speaking with the God and ready to meet actually the new year, new spring, like everything new, and like every single year you're making good things with the nature all around, with the God again. It's hard to explain all these things. Actually, I have no idea how to go back to my presentation. Probably, oh, here. So I will show you another Malanka. So this was a Krasnoyarsk village. Here is a Vashkivtsi Malanka. Looks kind of similar, but a little bit different. And I think in this Vashkivtsi video, it will be a master who like making a mask. Let's see. You can actually like travel in a ROZKOLYADA time just to, just to see like different celebration all around the villages in Pakutya, Bukovina region, but also in the Kosiev, like Hutsol celebration. Yes, exactly. So you can see the masks that made by this man. I show you a little bit later. And he is also explaining and telling how he do that. He's selling that, and also he's wearing it, I think, by himself.
Майстер, так він то помер, і він нікому то не передав. Прийшов прекрасний один вечір, думаю, все скупив, клей купив, матеріал нарубав собі і почав одну сів робити. Сама форма, вона йде з глини.
So he's telling that like nobody teach him how to do that. It was like a man who knows how who keep tradition, but he was died and nobody tell him how to do that. So he kind of remade this tradition by himself, and he start to make this mask from the
clay, from clay.
Yeah, and put layers on top. It kind of papier-mâché, but you can see.
Туди на глину накладаються гіпсовочні бинти. Я починаю з гіпсовочних бинтів. Тако обкладаються 2 слої, витискаються губи там і обкладаються, потім воно кладеться висихати. І воно висихає, потім я здоймаю з цієї глини гіпс, і на цей гіпс туди накладаю, ліпиться клей ПВА, береться, і отаку кусочки матеріалу, і накладається на маску. Дуже багато ще беру я з старих масок. Я роблю реставрацію, там підліпив, туди переліпив, все вже.
So he also taken an old mask what he find, and he's repairing it and use it as well. So yeah, you can see it later. I can send you a link. You can watch this amazing unique tradition in the different villages. I want to show you last Malanga actually in a different region, in the Hutsol region. And one thing I want to tell you, you can see these bells on the belt, and actually this tradition not only in Ukraine but in all Eastern European countries that have same tradition to partying with the winter, and these bells used for exactly for like scare the bad souls. Let's watch it a little bit. This is other side of Carpathy Mountains. Also region. See, you can hear a Shadrivka song singing at this time, and the same characters. Looks very, very similar. It's never the same. The costumes every single year looks similar, but it's also different. It's not same costumes people wearing every single year. It's a whole process. Can you imagine like this kind of man coming to your house and doing whatever he wants to do? Like you can take apart your table or take the door with him, and nobody will be angry at him. Yeah. You can watch this video later. I can send you a link. And actually, I would love to show very, very special for me video what I find last year, because I was looking for winter clothes, traditional winter clothes. from this region, from Karpati region, from Hutsulshina, and it's actually, it was kind of hard to find it, and I find a group called Gushka, who making this amazing, I can show you because now I have it, they sent it to me to Canada, this like amazing fur coat, so I can be kind of this Malanka person who like scary bad souls. So if you need to, they can just ask me, I can come. So they making this amazing clothes made by like a sheepskin, and you can see fantastic, absolutely fantastic video how they actually doing that, because I never even know how beautiful and how hard this process. I can close these videos here. Doesn't exist on YouTube, so we can watch from a Facebook, from their Facebook page. So sheepskin has to be taken off, and then it's how they making their fantastic clothes, but and not only. You can see it. Absolutely natural, and they're like drying it under the river. So beautiful. You can see. Such a magical process.
Говорил файне славу о преодолении, и вороги такі люті, їх цвіт на колені. Тут верстаті в кожній хаті, граблі крилеські. Тут шинки виробляють лижники барвеські.
She's actually singing a traditional song, how they making this carpets from this wool, traditional wool carpets called lizhniki. See, and it goes directly to their mountain river. Fantastic. So yeah, this is like you see first all these traditional carnivals that exactly like using this type of clothes that nobody wearing it in our modern world, but in the villages, yeah, and this is crazy warm actually. Like for -30 works perfectly well. Let me back to my presentation. I'll close these things. Yeah. And actually, I didn't tell you, but I like last year, while I was preparing to my workshop, I find a huge amount of very old pictures from different parts of Ukraine, how carolers looks like, and this is such a rare thing that doesn't exist together in the same place. So like I was working to doing my research and I find something what I would love to share with you, because you'll probably, it's hard to find this material, this old picture of carolers, and just love to share it. Okay. See how different was the costumes, and like probably like some people participate. And this is, you can see a carolers who is coming with a Christmas star in traditional costumes, and also kids singing, and a different type of Christmas star carol the carolers coming with. I would love actually to make this a kind of collection of this Christmas star. See, you can see like all this tsari, kings, and then like people in the different costumes. This, so I can watch it forever, like all these details, so interesting. All these fabrics, like how they find it, this parcha. It's very, very interesting things. And the girls in this amazing, absolutely star they made for caroling. So, and we also going for the for another part of my presentation, and my another research this year actually was dedicated to a very, very interesting and unknown lyrics of winter songs, not only carol songs. And because I was working whole last year on an archival project collecting old recordings of traditional folk songs, so I, of course, I was listening hundreds and hundreds different songs, and I find a bunch of very, very interesting, very rare songs with the very, very lyrics and stories what I want to share with you. So one of the oldest, probably literally oldest carol songs, usually about a bee mother who is speaking with their kids. And let's listen a little bit of the song, and then I will show you the lyrics. Me, 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 me. I think this is a song. Oh no, it's not this one. Okay. Probably. Oh yeah, exactly. I was right. So let's go back and listen to the song. Yeah, so I will show you the lyrics in Ukrainian and explain what is the song about. And it's usually carol song singing about creation of the world, you know, like about like 3 churches or like three houses, and in one of them like a sun, and another one their moon, and the third one their kids, which is stars. This is traditional carol song stories, or this carol songs dedicated to beautiful girl, unmarried girl or boy living in a house, and they wish like all the best and have a good marriage, to have a good marriage soon. But these songs, like in this particular songs, they're singing about like bee mother who is who's taking all her family and all her kids, and she's saying, she telling them like, you find new beehives, and I'm getting old. I will be in an old one, and you, my kids, can eat sweet honey, and I will eat like what is rest for me. So добрий вечір, щедрий вечір. So this is a carol song about the bee mother, and you can see there because you can see their melody, because it's like very like short melody. Yeah, it's short and repetitive, and like not with a not while of a very wide range. It's a sign of the very old songs, like when you see like the very simple melody that repeated like all the way around, like a mantra, like a very meditative song. And this was sung from Polisa, which is like very old Ukrainian region, not only Ukrainian, but Polisa, it's not only in Ukraine, but it's including like Belarus and Poland, part of them. And I will show you another interesting lyrics from Poltava region, the carol song about a young man who is in army, and he's not at home, because usually carolers come into houses and they know who lives there, and they sing it for this person. But this person, they know that is not at home, because he's in army, and they talking in this song like from his name, and explain it that he's very sad because he's missed his house, his father, and he's writing a letter to his father and hope he's alive, and he's thinking about him, and thinking about sending his horse to his father with his letter, and his hope that father right now have a guest on his house that thinking about him. So this guy who is in army named Ivanko here. So this is very interesting, another carol song. So let's listen a little bit. Very simple melody, very repetitive melody. This is exactly a sign of very old songs. So let's move to another one. This is one of my favorite ones, because this carol song from Kyiv region telling about very smart wife. So carolers come into their house and think about a smart wife living in this house, and they singing like, please don't be jealous, guys, because God can bless you with this kind of smart wife too. So then they explaining why she is so smart, because she bought a three, I don't know if it means горodi or like small towns, 3 cities. So let's say 3 cities, 3 towns, and the first one was with a very smart and rich kind of businessman, like speaking with like modern words and explanation, that can make a very smart decision and can help her husband like to make it good deals. So a second town was with a very strong man that can like build things and fix things that are physically very strong. And third one was a Kyiv, who was it's a like military group who lives there who can defend him. So she was that smart because she organized everything that makes her husband's life easier and better. So this is a carol song about, and let's listen a little bit.
Нашого хазяїна, умная жона, боєм удав, не завидуйте, панові брат, це дасть Бог і вам. Та й закупила до 3 городи, боєм удав, не завидуйте, панові брат, це дасть Бог і вам.
So don't be jealous singing these carolers. Your God gives your smart wife as well. This one, next one from Podillia region. I'll specifically try to find a very interesting lyrics from different parts of Ukraine. So this carol song starts with a very interesting part, EJ. Every single line starts with EJ. And then it's explaining about young boys. So this is carol song for young unmarried boy named Ivan. So he's wake up very early. He's like wash his face and they're putting on his new clothes because he's going to the war. And his mom wake up earlier as well, and he teach him. So and she says, "Oh, my son, when you go to the army, don't stay in front or behind. Like try to be in the middle when all this like horse, як сказати загін, Люда, like великий загін іде в поході.
Ой, я не знаю цього.
I don't know.
Be in the middle of the soldier groups. Yeah.
So like she teach him like be in the middle, like you will be safe. But of course he was young and brave, and he didn't listen his mom. He was in front of everybody, being like brave, and that's it. Like no, actually it was kind of happy end, or like we don't know what happened next, because all lyrics what we know, especially from the old carol songs, usually it's like part of the songs, part of the story. What we never know what will be what will be the end. We can just imagine. So, and another one, oh actually let's listen a little bit about this молодий Іванко. No, yeah, actually I'm showing you another one. And every single line starting with EJ. Such an interesting beginning. And another interesting song from Poltava region about how world Рождество in this song was made, and it's such interesting. This is a song about that, like how people in this region was imagined that. So it starts with the explanation that there was like bells in the church, and all people hear that. It's actually not carol song; it's a New Year's Eve, like it's Shedrivka song. And all people hear that and came to the church, and everybody asked. It's a kind of community decision. What do you think? Like how we can call our celebration? And these people was thinking, okay, let's call it Vasilia, named Vasil holiday. And most of them says, no, probably will not call this our celebration named Vasil. Let's think about something else. And finally they says, oh, let's call it the Christmas day, actually, like Рождество. And everyone loved this name and was happy. Щедрий вечір, and you people be happy for and healthy. So it's such an interesting lyrics people created, because it's actually telling how amazing creatively was their mind, like creating, not just following traditional lyrics, but creating such an interesting thing like that. I'm very actually excited to find this song. And last one, I will show you about a guy named Yurочка. This is song from Zakarpattia region. And this, I find a bunch of interesting words in this song, but I never hear. And I ask my ethnomusicologist friends, like, what it means. And they thinking, okay, we thinking that is this. So this carol song about a guy named Yurочка that went to the forest to cut a tree to make an instrument called gusli. It's kind of like cymbali. But he didn't make it for some reason. So he just injured his finger a little bit. And I said like cut in this song, probably like some lyrics missing, I don't know. But in another shot, like in a movie, some як сказати, розбійники,
criminals.
like, I don't know, some Turkish criminals came to his house and asked, okay, where is your parents? Where is your tato and mama? And he was such a wisdom brain boy, and he says, you know what, yeah, I have a father, he's my god in the sky, and I have a mother, she's a star, like in the sky. This was his answer, and probably I don't know what exactly happened later, but this is amazing part. Like exactly in this carol song, this carol is coming and singing these beautiful songs around the winter Christmas time. Let's listen a little bit.
Ішов Єрочка гуслі рубати не в нашому краю, а й при Волоськім Дунаю. Гуслі не зрубав, пальчик порубав, не в нашому краю, а й при Волоськім Дунаю. Прийшли днем Турця разбойце, не в нашому краю, ой, при Волоськім Дунаю. Світаю.
You can also learn all these songs by listening all these original old recordings on the website folkukraine.com. You can find it just by clicking on the winter songs. You can find like all winter songs in this website and learn it by yourself. Just listen, watch lyrics or like music scores and enjoy it. But we now moving to my favorite part, sing along, and we can sing a little bit. So this is amazing, absolutely Щедрівка song from Kyiv region, from a village Stara Orzhitsa. Let me move this a little bit. I hope you see well. It's in Ukrainian with transliteration lyrics. So I will sing. You just turn off your microphone so you can sing. Just follow me. Just sing with me. And let's hear an original recording first. Oops, that's another one. Oops, sorry. We missed some part. Okay, no worries. Here. I will not waste your time, so let's just sing it. So first line that missed here, поза гаєм, гаєм, гаєм зелененьким. I will add it later. It's probably lost in the design. And I didn't notice it. So поза гаєм, гаєм, гаєм зелененьким. And you can hear how slow songs, because the general feeling of the life, general speed of the life was way slower than we live in now. And it's why all people who like singing, who represent traditional now, just can't sing this slow. We usually speed in all songs because other people who listen and think, oh my God, why are they so slow? Because we do it differently. Like I have a feeling we probably have a different heart beating a little bit faster. We're trying to live faster and doing everything faster because our life like that. So like exactly, this song was recorded many years ago, and this is its original sound and feeling like this, very slow. I will sing a little bit faster. Поза гаєм, гаєм, гаєм зелененьким. This is a beginning, first part, and then we will sing after every single line, we will sing a chorus. Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір. So in this song, it's two voices, but I can't handle two voices yet. I will learn, I promise, how to do that. This practice exists in the world, but we will sing one voice. So again, from the beginning, поза гаєм, гаєм, гаєм зелененьким. Поза гаєм, гаєм, гаєм зелененьким, щедрий вечір, добрий вечір. very, very rare melody, right? Very, very, very interesting. Let's do it again. Поза гаєм, гаєм зелененьким, щедрий вечір і добрий вечір. Там бігає коник вороненький, щедрий вечір і добрий вечір. Ой, ніхто ж того коня не споймає, щедрий вечір і добрий вечір. Ой, тільки поймає молодий Іванко, щедрий вечір і добрий вечір. Ой, він поїде, дай до тестя в двір, щедрий вечір і добрий вечір. Ой, що тесть каже, то мій зять їде, щедрий вечір і добрий вечір. То мій зять їде і дару везе, щедрий вечір і добрий вечір. Ой, яку дару калачів пару, щедрий вечір і добрий вечір. Калачів пару за галочку паву, щедрий вечір і добрий вечір. Добрий вечір. So you can learn this amazing, unique, beautiful Щедрівка song, learn it and sing next year with all your family. It's such an amazing song. You can also listen in original and learn bottom part was pretty much like two-part harmony song, but two-part harmony line. But we will move probably to another one. And this is very, very interesting song. Actually, in Ukrainian, from Ukrainians, but it was recorded in Belarus, which is like some villages. Of course, you know, there's like ethnic land in the different countries. It's in like border countries, Belarus or Russia, whereas Ukrainians lives. So now this is Ukrainian traditional carol song that was recorded in a Belarus and Ukrainian village. Let's listen first. Yeah, and you see this again. This is all. This is a sign of very, very old traditional carol song when it's like short melody repeating in a circle again, again, and again. So it's easy to learn. So did you hear, did you notice this? So a very, very different, very interesting pronunciation exactly from this particular region. It's very, it's kind of you singing to yourself. It's not very like open wide, but it's no, your sound form like here in this part, the kolyada, in all letters sounds like oh kolyada, bila kolядка, пышка. It sounds like oh, everything pronounced like oh, пышка, пышка, kolyada. So interesting. So if you're trying even to think like this like old woman think, you can do that. Always think however you can think, but I like to exactly repeat how I hear that. It's how I learn all the difference of different parts of Ukraine traditions. So I will do that. Just follow me. Коляда, бігла колядка, пишком, пишком, гей, коляда. Коляда, несла пірожки, мишком, мишком, гей, коляда. Коляда, дай побігло до Дем'яна, гей, коляда. Коляда, от Дем'яна до Степана, гей, коляда. Коляда, от Степана до Дениса, гей, коляда. Коляда, у Дем'яна кутю товчуть, гей, коляда. Коляда, в Степана пироги печуть, гей, коляда. Коляда, от Дем'яна вийшла п'яна, гей, коляда. Коляда, от Дениса вийшла лиса, гей, коляда. See, like when I all like to the close to the end, I forgot to do those things because it's like not what I usually do with my face and singing. So it has to be always the коляда. От Дениса вийшла Дениса. And I forgot to translate, you guys, like what is this? So what are we singing about? This is song starting with word kolyada. It's exactly personification of the celebration. That is also very, very old name of the god called kolyada. This name was exist and used for exactly for a Christmas time celebration before Christianity. So this is name of the mother of the son named Kolyada, and so this is her personification. So she was running around, and she was carrying a bag with the пирожки. With як буде пирожки? Людочка.
Yeah, it's like hot pancakes.
Yeah, hot pancakes, and she came to a guy named Demyan, and then she came to another house for the guy named Stepan, and from Stepan to another guy named Denis, and she see that Demyan making a kutya, exactly like the Christmas meal, special Christmas meal, and Stepan's house they making a dough, and she came back from Demyan's house already drunk, and from Denis's house they already was a bowl. Like something happened like that. I don't know what it exactly means, but it's kind of funny carol song. Actually, such a rare lyrics as well. Do we have actually? I'm not checking time. Yes, we have time. So let's sing another special song. We was talking about Malanka tradition. This is exactly Malanka song. What I was I was learned from a Dacha Bracha band because they're my friend from I don't know, from like 17 years old. We grew up together, and I learned this amazing song exactly from them. And I actually have, I think, a recordings, not from all from a field, not all traditional recordings, but exactly how they Dacha Bracha, when they was in a folk band called Kralica, they was singing this song.
Ой, чорна із вечора, пасла меланка два качора, пасла меланка два качора. Ой, пасла, та й погубила, й у чистім полі заблудила, й у чистім полі заблудив. А в чистім полі плошок оре, за тим плошком Василько, дитя за тим плошком Василько.
This is, you can hear, it's a 3-part harmony song, but we now in a special in a special position that we can sing and learn 3-part harmony song. So I will combine one voice just to be able to sing along this song. And this is a song about a girl named Malanka that is як буде посла, actually, забула це слово, як вона випасає. She's let me check. I have a translator with me. Passe. Graze. She's grazed dogs, and she lost them in a field, and then she's exactly caught, like in a movie, and she saw a guy named Vasil, who is як то сказати, знову translator help, plow, right? Is it the right word?
Plow, yeah.
Plow. So he's plowing, and she came to him and says, "Oh, Vasil, please help me. I lost. Can you please take me home? And I promise I will watering you, and I will taking care of you. And every single Saturday, I will, як то сказати, вона його, як буде чистити garden, you know."
Cleaning the garden.
Yeah, you know, when it's like flowers growing so much, you have to like take part, just make sure it's like
remove the weed.
Yeah, so she promised to take care of it, take some flowers that is and put into her bride. So this is a very, very it's not literally boy girl named Malanka and Vasil. This is a personification, and Vasil, it's usually flower, like very, very Vasila, called Vasilachki. So she's actually, she met a boy, but he kind of not a boy, he's a flower, and she promised to take care of him. And this is a song about what it means, that it means a good marriage. she's promised him to be a good wife in this amazing poetical way. And so let's sing it. Ой, учора із вечора пасла Маланка два качора, пасла Маланка два качор. So second line we will repeat twice. Ой, пасла, та й погубила, у чистім полі заблудила. у чистім полі заблудив, а в чистім полі плужок оре, а за тим плужком Василько йде, а за тим плужком Василько. Ой, Василю, Василечку, одведи мене додомочку, одведи мене додомочку, одведи мене додомочку, посію тебе в городочку, посію тебе в городочку, буду тебе поливати, щосуботоньки проривати, щосуботоньки проривати, щосуботоньки проривати, за русу косу закладати, за русу косу закладати. Wonderful song. I like this. It's probably my favorite Malanka song. Such a wonderful melody. And let's move quickly. Let's not move. I think we finished on this part. Yeah, because I think we already finish my workshop, my presentation. We also can sing, of course, more. You can learn more songs on digital archive folkukraine.com. Listen it. And please, if you have any questions, this is a time.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Marichka, for this very, very interesting, informative, and inspiring presentation. I believe we all learned a great deal about Ukrainian folk traditions for parting with winter. Thank you for singing ancient folk songs. It was a great pleasure to have had such a deep emotional experience. I see we have a few questions here, but before we go to the audience, I have a couple of questions of my own. I know that folk rituals are often include some special table food. What kind of food is special for this particular season?
Actually, it's any kind of traditional Christmas meal. I think you can make kutya for sure. So kutya was starting from the Rizdvo, and then like more, because this is a special meal, specifically not to feed your family on the Christmas time, but this is for our ancestor soul. You have to put in, this is a time actually you can make kutya and give it to them, put under the zidor, but this is the last time. And I think at this time it's any kind of meal, any celebration, because usually at this time it's now we're celebrating Maslana, but it's not really tradition in Ukraine. No, not that's a kind of new made tradition, which wasn't exist in Ukraine before. Yes, didn't exist. No, this is like a new made tradition that we know now is a tradition, but it wasn't. People in Ukraine never celebrate any thing called Maslana, and never did this like Mlinti thing. This is kind of new made tradition. Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. I always thought that that maslana and all these pancakes, rounded pancakes, that were like in the shape of a sun. The sun are Ukrainian, but it's obviously
you know what, like a form of sun. It's usually exists in any type of Christmas bread. and Ukrainians have a bunch of them. It's always circle, and this is exactly means sun.
Nice.
This is very, very
Thank
old
you.
tradition, but it's usually bread, not pancakes.
I see. Also, when you were showing the masks, there is a question about the masks. Christine McNeil, she asks, are all these masks the same, or does each village have different ones?
Yeah, or every corner of village have different ones usually, and they make it differently every single year. And I have a friend from Eastern Ukraine, and he started to make this mask, and it wasn't tradition in his region, but he really wants to do that. So he made the mask, and he teach his like boys around, and they start to caroling around the village. It was special honor for me. I teach them carol songs. they don't really sing that. It's mostly like pronounce it, but doesn't matter. Then they come into the houses and they do these songs in a way they can do that, and like wearing this mask and costumes, the traditional mask. So yeah, the answer is it's very different everywhere and looks differently, but characters also the same. It's supposed to be Baba and Dido, like grandma and grandpa. For sure, these characters have everywhere, and the goat mask.
Christina also asks, you say that the idea is to scare out the bad souls.
Yeah.
What exactly does that mean?
Oh, it means exactly what it means. So
yeah, what bad souls? What kind of
demony? Maybe it's a wrong translation. You know, всякі демони, чортівня, всяка, які приходять just to destroy people's life. You know,
so it's bad powers, right? Bad powers,
yeah,
bad eye.
В різних народах це якісь ельфи, тролі, а у нас це всякі чорти. I don't know, you can help me with this, with translation. It's
all kinds of beasts, or all kinds of dark powers and dark souls, I would say.
Could destroy people's life and like doing all these things.
Could interfere with anything good. Thank you. And I can see that several people raised hands. Amanda, I will ask Amanda to talk so she can ask question. Amanda? Hello?
I saw her, but now she disappeared.
Disappeared.
Maybe you should allow her to.
I did, but something is wrong. Uliana Yavorsky. Also, I can see she raised hands. I also want to allow her to speak. Maybe I should promote her to panelist. Ask to unmute. Uliana? Hello?
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, I can see you raise your hands. You have any questions?
Not right now, thank you.
Oh, okay, I see. All right, any other questions? Why is it necessary to burn Diduhi? There is a question in the chat.
Because all old things has to be gone to make a space for a new one. So every single year you have to make a new dido. You can collect it and keep it. Like it's traditionally has to be burned. Of course, like mostly people keep it because it's so beautiful, and not everyone making it every single year. But we're speaking about tradition. Traditionally, this is a time to burn everything that will. And another meaning of that, because people believe that is these things, especially speaking about pavuki that we made, that is collecting all like bad energy. And like when you sick, you can stand under this pavuk, and like all your when you like all your like sick energy, like pavuk, this pavuk collecting. It's why, because it's like collecting and absorbing all bad energy. You have to burn it. This is what have to happen.
Thank you. And also, I have my own question about kolodka. I know that in the literature and in the folk songs, there is a term called kolodka, and people, especially young married women, did all kinds of rituals with this kolodka, which is just a piece of wood. And sometimes they would, it's particular time, parting with winter, when they would wrap this kolodka into the fabric, and it would be like, oh, kolodka was born, and then kolodka, next day kolodka would be blessed in the church, and the next day, and all rituals, what it is and why kolodka.
This representing life. So it's why it has to be born. It also have to be like raised and married, and like it's so many rituals with this kolodka, which means like piece of wood. You just wrap it in a fabric, and it represents a baby. Then it becoming a young woman, and then like it's a marriage of this kolodka, and then she's dying, and you have to put it
bury it.
Yeah, you have to like burn it or like bury it. That's the different rituals exactly representing what we're talking about, like spalite, burn diduhi or pavuki. This is like another part of tradition, but representing kind of the same things. You have to you have to take it off. It's representing life.
It's interesting that that last day when kolodka died, and the kolodka is buried, no one is sad or disappointed about it, and it is because life and death in the folk traditions are very much very close.
You know what? I will tell you, because of the Carpatho region, especially where is Hutsal slaves, they keep in very old tradition, because they live in a mountain and like no like really the civilization ruin tradition. So they when somebody's died, they are coming together in a like same space and sitting around the body, and they're laughing and telling jokes and remember all funny things about this person. They sitting all night, and it's called Rushki. And I saw the video and in the picture they sent me exactly of this moment. It looks so like unbelievable. But this is tradition. They're doing that even now, like all the time. And somebody died, like they just like sitting around and laughing. So they probably, our ancestors truly believe this is not a sad time. This is a moment to remember all good things, all funny things, and the laugh and to say goodbye and not in a sad way, kind of like that.
It's amazing. I can see there is your last chance to ask Marichka questions. If you need, please raise your hands. Whoever wants to speak, please. Otherwise, Otherwise, our webinar is coming to an end. I would like to thank our presenter, Marichka Marczyk, for this very, very interesting presentation and for sharing knowledge and expertise. I also thank our audience and our participants for joining us this evening, and I hope it was a great experience for you. And this webinar has been recorded and will be posted online, so please feel free to share it with your friends. And also, I invite you to join us for our future Shevchenko Museum talks. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much. And good night.
Thank you for all your questions. Thank you all participants, and thank you Shevchenko Museum and you Ludochka, for helping me with translation and everything. I'm really enjoy always to share what I love. So please stay healthy and hope to see you all in a real life.
Thank you. Stay healthy, stay happy. And we look forward to hearing your presentations again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good
Bye,
night.
everybody.
Bye-bye.